America's Unknown Beginning, before the world knew America in 1492. Long before Columbus's flagship sails cut across the horizon, the land we now call the Americas was already alive with human history that stretches back in time farther than many people realize. The first human footprints on this vast land likely date back at least 15,000 to 20,000 years ago, when small groups of nomadic peoples migrated from Northeast Asia across the now submerged Bering Land Bridge into what we now call Alaska and beyond, sparking a centuries-long spread southward and eastward across the entire hemisphere. These early pioneers, often identified in traditional models as Paleo-Indians, lived as hunter-gatherers, tracking mammoths and other Ice Age giants with finely crafted stone tools and slowly adapting to the extraordinary diversity of ecosystems across the continents. But this was just the beginning of humanity's deep connection to the New World. As millennia passed, these earliest peoples diverged into countless distinct cultures, languages, and societies, giving rise to thriving civilizations that transformed the landscape long before European sails ever appeared on the horizon. In the Andean highlands of South America emerged the ancient Corral Supe civilization, one of the earliest known complex societies in the Americas, with monumental architectural centers dating back over 5,000 years, predating many Old World civilizations. Across Mesoamerica, great civilizations such as the Olmec, often called the mother culture of the region, laid the foundations for advanced social organization, monumental art, and early writing systems as far back as the second millennium BCE, followed by the rise of the Maya, whose cities, art, mathematics, and astronomy remain some of the most remarkable achievements in human history. The Aztec Empire and the Highland Inca Empire later rose as powerful, sophisticated states marked by bustling capitals, vast road networks, and intricate agriculture that sustained large populations. In what would become the territory of the United States, indigenous cultures developed rich, regionally distinct civilizations long before contact with Europeans. From the complex mound cities of the Mississippian culture in the Mississippi Valley to established tribal confederacies like the Iroquois in the Northeast, these societies shaped environments, maintained trade networks, developed spiritual systems, and built enduring legacies on the continent. When most Americans learn their history, they're taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America, but the archaeological record tells a far more nuanced story. In 1000 AD, nearly 5 centuries before Columbus's voyages, Norse explorers from Greenland, led by Leif Erikson, reached the North Atlantic shores and established a settlement at Los Meadows in what is now Newfoundland, Canada. It was not a sprawling colony, but it was incontrovertible evidence of pre-Columbian European presence in the New World. Beyond the archaeological record, genetic, linguistic, and cultural evidence strongly supports multiple waves of human migration and habitation in the Americas over thousands of years, with some sites suggesting even earlier human presence than once believed. Modern research continually reshapes our understanding of that earliest peopling, pushing back timelines and unveiling a dynamic prehistory that challenges old assumptions. While the Norse arrival is well documented, other potential pre-Columbian contacts have been proposed by scholars and debated in academic circles, including possible interactions with Polynesian navigators or transatlantic drift events, although these remain less certain in the physical record. All of these strands of evidence, from the first footfalls across an Ice Age land bridge to the monumental cities of the Maya and the fleeting Norse outpost, point to one clear conclusion. The story of America's beginnings is far richer, far older, and far more complex than the traditional narrative of discovery suggests. The land was already a tapestry of human experience, culture, and innovation long before Europe turned its gaze westward. And that deep, layered history is not just a footnote to a voyage in 1492. It is the foundational story of humanity's enduring presence in the Western Hemisphere. And that's a legacy worth understanding and honoring as we learn who we are and where we came from.